Yeah. So I came across this news, that is very troubling. About 195 people were killed in Plateau State, and over 200 houses were razed, burned to ashes. And this has been a recurring issue. And from the tidbits I've gotten, it seems that there is some bit of an ethno-religious angle, to this. The people that were killed were Christians, and the people. So from the feelers I've gotten, it seems that there is a bit of a ethno-religious angle to it. The people that were killed were Christians, and the people who committed the murders were, Islamist terrorists. Because every Muslim is not a, there are some extremists in every religion. So those extremists in Islam who committed this heinous crime. But here's my issue. My issue is the lack of outrage. Where is the outrage? Do you know what I mean? Like there's no. It's like business as usual. You know, what? Well, let me explain what I mean when I say where is the outrage. First of all, the Nigerian flags in all the 36 states of the federation should be flying at half mast. You don't see that. You see, because there's no value for human life. Where is the outrage? You would see. I would expect to see things like, okay, the Congress, the Congress, the National Assembly will cut short their holiday, call for an emergency session where the members of the National Assembly, even if they're not able to come to sit down physically, at least they'll be able to say, they'll be able to have a virtual conference where they, invite the defense apparatus, the police, IG, the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, where they are called together to say, listen, we give you 48 hours to fish out people who committed this crime and bring them to book. I do not see that outrage. They are busy in their houses celebrating. The president himself is in his house receiving visitors, having a great time. But I would have seen, like in the United States, the president of the United States would have cut his trip down from Camp David, where the presidents usually go for holiday, will cut it short and immediately fly to the location where this thing has happened and go and commiserate with the people. I do not see that happening. They are all relaxed because none of their children, none of their relatives, nobody that concerns them were part of the people that were killed. This is wrong. This should not be. I would have expected to see things like, okay, the president, for example, would call the commissioner, the inspector general of police, call the chief of DSS. What is the DSS even doing? This is their territory. What is their report? What are they doing? Apart from locking up people who are political enemies of the state, what are they doing? This is where we should see the DSS, State Security Service. I will see the president call the DSS, call the IG of police, call the defense minister, call all the defense apparatus, and give them 1 week. You say the president said, imagine if the president came out and said, listen, all of you, I give you 1 week. After 1 week, if you do not bring the culprits of this, the killers to book, you do not arrest them, you will all lose your jobs. Imagine if the president tells the defense heads, the heads of all defense, the head of all the defense, apparatus, imagine if the president tells them, you have 1 week to bring the culprits to book, or else you lose your job. Those people will be caught. They will be brought to books. But you see, the lives of the Nigerian people does not matter. So the next time you go and say Black Lives Matters in America, you understand that Black life does not matter in Africa. How will it matter in America? When 195 of your citizens have been killed, you see, you're supposed to see in every concert, like all the concerts that have been happening in Lagos and Abuja. So all the concerts, you're supposed to have a moment of silence where everybody. It's a major issue that 195 people were mowed down in their homes and their houses burnt to ashes, and not even a single celebrity has come out to apart from what's her name, Diane. I can't remember. I think it's Diane of the Big Brother. Listen, For a society to evolve, there has to be, first of all, fundamental principles. One of the major principles of a first world country, one of the major principles of an advanced society is the fact that there is value for human life. There's no value for human life in Nigeria. There's no value for human life in Africa. And that has to stop. So I call on all the people in charge. I call on the president. I call on the defense executives in terms of the Inspector General of Police and everyone that is the director of the State Security Service, the Nigerian Foreign Service. This is the time for you to do your job. The people who committed this heinous, do you know the worst thing? Those people are even threatening. They wrote a letter to the communities telling them that they will repeat this again. Do you know the effrontery, the boldness, the confidence that they have is what shocks me. Listen, until those people are caught, if those people are not brought to book and they are arrested, identified and arrested, maybe Nigeria should cease to be a country, because a country that does not value human life, what is the essence? What is the essence? That does not value human life, what is the essence? In fact, the United Nations, the United States and others are already calling for a probe. This ought not to be. There should be outrage from every Nigerian. You may keep quiet because it's not happening in your backyard, they are not your relatives, you do not know who these people are. But as long as they belong to this country, and as long as those people go scot-free, it could be you, it could be anybody next. So please, every well-meaning Nigerian should call on the government of the country to ensure that those people are arrested and such an act never repeats itself.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.